One of the things I find the most irksome on YouTube is the drive-by subber or drive-by viewer that after watching one video on my channel which has like, almost 1,700 videos and growing on it, just under 1,700, these are people who, based on the one video they watched, they subscribe to my channel. And then when they see the first video afterward that doesn't meet their fascination or interest, boom, they're right back out the door again. Very fickle, I might add. In contrast, I have to say, to the mass majority of people I've been very fortunate to have met and befriended, people who are very loyal and following my content even when they don't necessarily get into all of it, because my channel is a very diverse channel. I talk about strictly whatever I'm passionate about talking about, and that could be anything. Doctor Who, Star Trek, novels, anime, movies and things like that. I could do a vlog and just rant about something, whatever it is. I don't, I'm kind of no holds barred with whatever spurs an interest in me to want to talk about. I'll do a video on it. Now I do have, of course, my secondary channel where I do more off the cuff and personal stuff like that. I decided to create a divide along those lines. Primarily this channel's for outtakes, which always crack me up even when it's me, because I get a little goofy. But I really do hate, because I'm so grateful and fortunate for the friends, and I consider anyone who I have had repeat conversations with in comments or over on Facebook, people who have stuck by me through thick and thin that I've genuinely made friendships with. I am always so grateful for that. And, like, we're peers. We're on the same level. I'm not some personality above anyone else, that doesn't have time to talk to everybody. I try to respond to every single comment. If I don't necessarily have anything to say, I'll at least like a comment I get, just so you know that I'm paying attention and I'm grateful to have the interaction with you, whomever you are. Some more than others, you know who you are as well. And but the thing is, like I say, that fickle aspect of this drive-by subbing where somebody will see, like, I think it's in the majority of the anime viewership lately, because that's primarily what I'm covering these days. It'll go a week and you'll see, 4 to 6 anime episode reviews, maybe a full series review, and you might have the knee-jerk assumption, well, I'm an anime channel. I'm just talking about anime. That's all I talk about. Suddenly I put up a Doctor Who episode review, and this 2, 3, in the last week, people who have subscribed to me, boom, they're right back out the door again. And that to me is the most irksome, because I have always, on my tenure on YouTube, as a viewer and a subscriber to other people's content, if a video comes across my screen and it's something interesting to me, it conforms to an anime interest or a movie interest, a novel interest, toy, action figure, collectible interest, I will go and check out that person's channel. I want to know before I subscribe, is there continual content along those lines? Was it just a one-shot where they just happen to be talking about a movie that I liked and I can just, pop it away in a playlist and revisit it later, whatever? Or are they concurrently and evolvingly talking about a lot of different things that I might have interest? Thus, I would want to click subscribe. If it doesn't seem like they're going to be talking about stuff I'm interested in, I don't bother subscribing in the first place. I don't have that knee-jerk reaction where it's like, oh, cool video, subscribe, I'll investigate it. And I think a lot of people don't take that time. I even went to the lengths of putting up the sort of channel trailer video where I say in it, I talk about anime, both episodically, full series reviews. I talk about Doctor Who. I talk about Star Trek. I talk about comic books and comic book movies and all this kind of stuff. I'm trying to put it out there as much as I can. This channel is about a ton of shit. It's not just one or the other of any of these number of things. And it's conversely with the Doctor Who stuff, because Series 9 is currently unfolding as of the time of this recording. I put up a Series 9 episode review and I get 2 subscribers. As soon as I start putting up anime reviews for the week again, boom, they're right back out the door. They don't know what my channel is about. They're making assumptions, and I think that's the biggest thing. People who make assumptions are very irksome. People who are very fickle are irksome. And I had somebody in the comments going back and forth, got into a very sort of heated, back and forth with this person who was very condescending, demeaning, belittling, and calling me ignorant because they had made an assumption as to the viewpoint I had in a video, which they were entirely misinterpreting, as well as the kind of person I was. I was basically accused of chicken littling, basically, the anime industry in this person's comments. And I'm somebody who, if you've followed me at all, if you've had discussions with me at all, you would know that over the last couple of years, where insiders have been, sort of predicting the downfall of the anime industry in the next 5 to 10 years, I have been showing examples where I don't agree with that. And I've been saying that I don't necessarily think that's the case. It's only recently that I'm seeing more and hearing more in all the contradictory news that's coming out with the anime culture and everything like that, that has me genuinely asking. And in this video, I was doing a rant video, but I asked genuinely, could this be possible? Could this be something we really have to worry about, even if it's going against the positive information that I myself have found and have been shared from with others and everything like that? And the whole point being that this person was very fickle, very just judging me on the one video and misinterpreting what I was even saying in that video, and just being very scathing and stupid about it. And I don't even know if this person had subscribed to me, but if they had, they went right back out the door again, which again is that irksome quality. You have to sort of gauge yourself a little more accordingly to the YouTube environment. Not every gaming channel is going to cover just the one game from beginning to end. Not every gaming channel is going to just strictly cover games. Sometimes they're going to talk about movies. Sometimes they're going to talk about comic books. Action figure and collectible channels, they're not only ever going to just do action figures and that's it. You're going to see other content. The whole point is my channel, my main channel, is not just about anime. It's not just about Doctor Who. It's not just about Star Trek and movies and all these kinds of things. I talk about wherever my passion lies, wherever I feel an interest in wanting to talk about stuff and share stuff back and forth with, people out there. The people who I consider so greatly, as friends and everything, or just passers-by. But at least I want passers-by that are willing to open their mind and be open-minded and be sort of willing to broaden their horizons and not suddenly just retract as soon as they're met with resistance or as soon as they're met with something they don't particularly, is not cast to their interests themselves. And so yeah, I mean, that's the ongoing most irksome aspect, because it's not like I have that many subscribers, and I've talked about many times how, while that doesn't matter to me, it's irksome because I feel like the 900 some odd, 980, whatever it is, as of last count, I don't recall, subscribers that my channel's purported to have, it feels like only a fraction of that actually amounts to the viewership. I don't know how there's that many on there. The viewership I get is just people passing by and checking out, strictly singular reviews and everything like that. Sometimes I'll earn subscribers out of it. Sometimes those people will stick with my channel and gauge themselves accordingly. Rather than just subscribing and I see that number fluctuating. And every time I log in, it's something different, because of all those people who think my channel's just about the one thing. And when they find out, oh, there's more going on here, right back out the door. And while I'm not looking at those numbers and gauging my success or whatever it is based on how many subscribers and views I have and all these kinds of things, sometimes it can raise my hopes, because it's like, ooh, here's more people I can converse back and forth with. Maybe these are new friends in the making. And so much of it is just people who, they treat you like you're wasting their time when it's their mistake without investigating the scenario and seeing how much diversity there is in the content on my channel. But it's my fault. I lured them and I suckered them in because they thought it was one thing when it was something else, And that's what gets under my skin, is people making false assumptions, not educating themselves and asking the kinds of questions I ask, and belittling others for, actually aggressively asking questions, and going that route of not seeing what the overall picture of my channel is, and you know, just walking right back out the door because, ooh, some of this stuff isn't necessarily of my interest, even though the majority of it is. You know, all this kind of stuff. It's just very contradictory and a pain in the ass is what I'm getting at. And I'm just grateful for those of you who are watching and sticking with me, who've been here for a while, and I can keep going back and forth with, because without you guys, man, what the fuck's the point? Pretty much.